Whenever you look at a satellite image, it may appear just like an ordinary photograph. You see forests, rivers, roads, buildings, mountains, and cities. But have you ever wondered what actually makes up this entire image? Is it one continuous picture? Or is it built from millions of tiny pieces? The answer is, every digital satellite image is made up of millions, sometimes even billions of tiny squares called pixels. A pixel, short for picture element, is the smallest individual unit of a digital image. Every pixel represents a small area on the Earth's surface and stores a numerical value that describes the energy recorded by the satellite sensor from that location. In simple words, a pixel is the smallest piece of information in a digital satellite image. Think of a large wall mosaic made from thousands of tiny colored tiles. When you stand close, you notice each individual tile, but when you move farther away, all those tiny tiles combine to form one complete picture. Satellite images work in exactly the same way. Each tiny square is a pixel, and millions of pixels together create the final image we see. Now an important question arises. Does a pixel represent a point on the Earth's surface? The answer is no. A pixel always represents an area, never a single point. For example, if a satellite has a spatial resolution of 10 meters, each pixel represents a square area measuring 10 meters by 10 meters on the ground. That means one pixel covers an area of 100 square meters. Similarly, a 30-meter resolution satellite has pixels representing 30 meters by 30 meters, covering 900 square meters each. A 250-meter resolution satellite represents an area of 250 meters by 250 meters, covering 62,500 square meters per pixel. This immediately tells us something important. The size of a pixel depends on the spatial resolution of the sensor. Smaller pixels capture finer details. Larger pixels capture less detail but cover much larger areas. Now let's understand what information a pixel actually stores. Many beginners think a pixel stores colors like green, blue, or red. That is only partially true. A satellite sensor actually records electromagnetic energy, not colors. Each pixel stores a numerical value called a digital number or DN, representing the amount of energy detected by the sensor in a specific wavelength band. Later, image processing software converts those numerical values into visible colors that humans can understand. For example, in a visible red band, each pixel stores the intensity of reflected red light. In a near-infrared band, each pixel stores the amount of reflected infrared energy. In a thermal band, each pixel stores information related to emitted thermal radiation. So, the same ground location has different pixel values in different spectral bands. This is why satellites can observe much more than the human eye can see. Now let's understand a multispectral image. Suppose a satellite captures 4 bands: blue, green, red, and near-infrared. Each band is actually a separate grayscale image, composed entirely of pixels. The same pixel location exists in every band, but its value changes depending on how much energy was detected in that wavelength. For example, one pixel may have blue band DN equals 42, green band DN equals 61, red band DN equals 39, and near-infrared band DN equals 148. Together, these values describe the spectral behavior of that exact ground location. This collection of values is called the pixel's spectral signature. Now imagine a healthy crop field. Healthy vegetation absorbs most visible red light for photosynthesis, but strongly reflects near-infrared radiation. Therefore, pixels representing healthy crops usually have low values in the red band and high values in the near-infrared band. This difference allows scientists to calculate vegetation indices like NDVI and assess plant health. Now let's understand mixed pixels. In an ideal situation, every pixel would contain only one land cover type, but reality is often different. Imagine a 30-meter pixel located partly over a road, partly over grass, and partly over a building. The sensor cannot separate these individual objects. Instead, it records one average spectral response from the entire pixel. Such pixels are known as mixed pixels. Mixed pixels are especially common in coarse-resolution imagery, urban areas, and heterogeneous landscapes. They make image classification more difficult because a single pixel represents multiple surface materials. Now let's understand pixel size versus object size. Suppose a building is only 5 meters wide. If the satellite has a spatial resolution of 30 meters, that building occupies only a small fraction of 1 pixel and may not even be distinguishable. However, if the satellite has a spatial resolution of 50 centimeters, the same building covers many pixels, revealing its actual shape and boundaries. This is why high-resolution satellites can identify individual houses, vehicles, and small roads, whereas coarse-resolution satellites cannot. Now let's connect pixels with spatial resolution. Spatial resolution simply tells us how much ground area each pixel represents. Smaller pixel size means higher spatial resolution and greater detail. Larger pixel size means lower spatial resolution and less detail, but much larger area coverage. This relationship is one of the most fundamental concepts in remote sensing. Now let's understand pixel coordinates. Every pixel has its own unique row and column position inside the image. For example, pixel row 125, column 350, when the image is georeferenced. These image coordinates are linked to real-world geographic coordinates such as latitude, longitude, or projected map coordinates. This allows every pixel to correspond to an exact location on the Earth's surface. Now let's understand pixel values during image classification. Suppose we want to classify land cover into forests, water, agriculture, and urban areas. The classification algorithm does not analyze colors like humans do. Instead, it analyzes the numerical values stored in every pixel across multiple spectral bands. Based on these spectral patterns, the software determines whether a pixel represents vegetation, water, bare soil, or buildings. In other words, image classification is actually pixel classification. Now let's understand pixel-based analysis versus object-based analysis. Traditional remote sensing treats every pixel independently. Each pixel is classified according to its own spectral values. Modern high-resolution remote sensing often groups neighboring pixels into meaningful objects such as buildings, fields, or roads. This approach is called object-based image analysis, or OBIA. It improves classification accuracy by considering not only pixel values, but also shape, texture, size, and spatial relationships. Now let's discuss the advantages of pixels. Pixels allow satellite images to be stored digitally. They make mathematical analysis possible. Every pixel can be processed independently, making computer analysis efficient. Pixels form the basis of image enhancement, classification, NDVI, change detection, machine learning, and almost every remote sensing algorithm. However, pixels also have limitations. A pixel represents an area, not an individual object. Large pixels lose fine details. Mixed pixels reduce classification accuracy. Objects smaller than the pixel size may disappear completely. The appearance of an object also depends heavily on the sensor's spatial resolution. Finally, let's summarize everything. A pixel, or picture element, is the smallest unit of a digital satellite image. Each pixel represents a specific ground area and stores a numerical value, representing the electromagnetic energy detected by the sensor. Millions of pixels combine to create a complete satellite image. The size of each pixel depends on the spatial resolution, while the numerical value stored inside each pixel depends on the reflected or emitted energy from the Earth's surface. Understanding pixels is one of the most important foundations of remote sensing because every satellite image, every spectral band, every vegetation index, every classification map, And every spatial analysis ultimately begins with these tiny squares that together allow satellites to observe our entire planet.